Welcome to Calcast, your Create International podcast. God Network News, where we give you a new perspective
on events happening in our world today.
This is GNN.
This is God Network News, episode 142. Welcome, GNN fans, to another episode of God Network News, the podcast that tells you what God's doing around the world. Not what CNN tells you, but what GNN tells you is going on in the world. If you're tired of listening to all of that crisis network news and you want to hear what God's doing, well, give us a listen. Greetings, GNN listeners. We are happy to have you back here with us for another exciting episode and story. We are interviewing in this episode a very wonderful brother who is from a Muslim background. In fact, he still considers himself a Muslim in the sense that he's completely submitted to God, but he is a follower of Jesus very, very clearly, powerfully. He's now leading a whole movement of Muslims to Christ. Literally thousands have come to Christ through this brother's work and his network. We can't tell you exactly which country it's in, but it's in Southeast Asia, and it's a very powerful, exciting movement. The reason why we are interviewing him at this time is because we worked and did a film together that shares the gospel message with his people group, and it is amazing what God has done through that film amongst his people group. You can't miss hearing this testimony from this dear brother, what has happened in the years since that film was first made. So here it is, our film made for a wonderful people group, very unreached in Southeast Asia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I don't know how to express my thankfulness to the one above, to the one who provided. It was in 2001. At that time, the spiritual atmospheres in my clan, my people group, the Madhuris, the spiritual atmosphere, just like it was very dark, hopeless. People were easily angered. People ran amok. It was dark. I felt I didn't know what has been going on. I tried to minister just like the effort to minister and reach the Madhuris, but it was not very successful. We want one people or two people to embrace a foreign, just to embrace a foreign religion, a foreign expression of religion. Not true, not real. But in 2001, I came, a group of people, the cameraman, the media team, who called themselves Create International Ministries. They came and they interviewed me what to do and whether they could help me, whether they could help me impact how to change the atmosphere of the Madhuris community. I was very, still I didn't understand at that time, but because they wanted to make a film, and then I contacted all my friends at that time. They didn't believe yet. We wanted to make a films about the Madhuris, and then they asked me, were there anyone interested in filming the Madhuris? We were known as easily angered people. We smell bad, and Were there people interested in making filming in filming about the Madhuris? They were very interested, and then they were happy, and then I could bring as many as needed to make the film. It was entitled. I discussed with my Islamic teachers. All of them didn't believe yet. We discussed, and then we came up with a title, Otang Martabat.
You're listening to God Network News Podcast with your host, Cal Curtis. Look up our website at godnetworknews.com.
The Death of Anna. The Death of Anna. And we made that film. It was very difficult and very time consuming. It was energy consuming. It took about 1 month, or as I remember, it was very difficult. We worked from the morning until late at night, and eventually the Create International sent me the final product. It was on the internet. It was available on the media. The Otang Martabat. It was very awesome. Everybody were happy, and it was discussed even in the greatest mosque in the island of Madura. It was in city of Bangkalan, and everybody discussed the film, and it was published on the newspaper. Even the one that discussed said, whoever made it must know the soul of the Madhuris, must be interested passionately about the soul and the life of the Madhuris. So the film that Create International did together with us helped to spark a movement of Christ among my people, coming to the one that gave his life to keep our dignity, to honor us. It was our Lord Jesus Christ, whom we know, Sayyidina Isa al-Masih. Everybody, every Madhuris watch this, they know. However dark they will feel, and know for sure, no matter how dark our life will be, no matter how dark our life is and may be, still there was hope. And the hope is the one that died for us, our Lord Jesus Christ, Sayyidina Isa al-Masih, of God, of Allah. So now the film was watched by first generation, my generation, and by my children, and our children, and by our grandchildren. There was hope that we could imagine. There was light in the dark environment, in the dark atmosphere. And the grandfather's third generation see the light. Third generation. I am the grandfather, my children, and the children of our children see that light, that shining light in the darkness. That is the one who died for us, sacrificially and justly died for us, to honor us, to dignify us. I am thankful to our Lord Jesus Christ, Sayyidina Isa al-Masih, for our brothers and sisters in the Create International Ministries. Thank you very much. May God richly bless you.
Enjoyed this episode, please consider donating to help us continue to bring exciting stories fresh from the field. Visit our website at godnetworknews.com and select the PayPal link on the right side of the page, or consider becoming a Patreon partner to receive access to more valuable materials exclusive to our members.